Hasn't quite transferred that outdoor. The Luxembourg athlete, Alea Hobbs. Sorry, excuse me, Zoe Hobbs. The reason I'm saying Alea Hobbs is because of the performances at the American Championships. Glacier Sears going well for the USA this season, but Julien Alfred will be the favourite here. Ta Lou-Smith. I hesitate to use the word veteran, but you almost can't say that. She's incredibly fast still. Now Clayton has a chance here. Got injured at the Jamaican Championships. Must win this. That's a tall order. Gina Asher-Smith of Great Britain 7, then Maya McCoy of United States in lane 8. And on the outside, taking advantage of a home country wild card, Salome Cora, one of the Swiss relay team members. So yeah, Tia Clayton had pretty much 7 weeks out, then burst back onto the scene in Silesia with an incredible 9, wouldn't it? 10.86. So that will mean Julien Alfred, who is in superb form across 100 and the 200, new personal best in London for the Olympic champion at 100. But could Clayton get in amongst this here? Looks relaxed. Diamond League title for her at stake for Tia Clayton. Chance to get herself on the team, which she probably deserves. Her twin sister, Tina, already in the Jamaican team. So Clayton is in lane 6 between them. Ta Lou-Smith there, and in the yellow, Julien Alfred, the Olympic champion. Women's 100. There's just a bit of a movement from Alfred before. We might get a faulty start there rather than a false start, I think. It's just a bit of movement in the blocks, but it's coming up as Ta Lou-Smith. But I think she may well have cause to say there was movement next to me.
Yeah,
let's see if we watch this.
Yeah, let's see it again. So, yeah.
I mean, that's a clear false start, but what we didn't quite see there, just a brief second, or half a second before that.
Reaction time coming up is 0.47.
I understand that, and that's what they look at.
Yeah.
But she might say, hang on, the athlete next to me wasn't still.
That's so cool, isn't it?
Was I seeing where again? It's probably just a tad before that. A tad means about 3/10, by the way. That's a disqualification. Don't often see that from Ta Lou-Smith. What she's saying.
She can, of course, run under protest. She is not happy, as you can see. I can't think of many times in her career when she has been false started, Steve.
No, I mean, she doesn't need to. She's a good starter. Generally, it's a good part of her race. She's running so quick at the minute. Very quick over 200 recently as well in Lausanne. Now what we're getting. Protest. So, Ta Lou-Smith able to run in lane 5, just adds to the tension here. I'm sure for Tia Clayton even more so. She knows her job is fairly simple, win. But to do that, you've got to beat the Olympic champion who's in great form. That's certainly asking something. It's Roger Federer watching on.
Tennis royalty in the house.
I don't know what his 100-meter best would be. Was it super quick? He's just smooth, isn't he?
He didn't need to be. He just sort of glided around the court as if he was on roller skates.
Van der Weken on the far side, Zoe Hobbs, then Jacius Sears, Julien Alfred, Olympic champion in 4, Ta Lou-Smith, then Clayton, Dina Asher-Smith, McCoy in 8.
Right.
Alfred gets a pretty good start, so does Jacius Sears right next to her as well. And look at Clayton. Clayton's there trying to take it on. It's Clayton Alfred, but Alfred goes away now. Alfred gets the meter, 10.75. Very, very impressive. Controlled, no panic. But at the back end of the race, when she needs it most, has just got that ability to keep smoothly going forward as though she's continuing to accelerate. She's just really maintaining better than everybody else. Dina Asher-Smith took 3rd place in a very, very close, was a photo finish for 3rd. I think she'll get it ahead of Ta Lou-Smith.
The Zurich Diamond League delivered another clear demonstration of why Julien Alfred remains one of the most dangerous sprinters in the world. The Olympic champion entered the women's 100 meters under significant pressure, with a Diamond League title at stake and a field containing explosive Jamaican speed, experienced championship contenders, and athletes in excellent form. Yet when the race was decided, Alfred produced exactly the qualities that have defined her rise to the top: composure, acceleration, technical efficiency, and the ability to maintain speed when her rivals began to fade. The race was complicated before it even started. Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith was disqualified for a false start after reacting in 0.047 seconds. Ta Lou-Smith protested, believing movement from a neighboring athlete may have influenced her reaction, but the decision stood. For an athlete of her experience and quality, the mistake was extremely unusual. Her removal changed the dynamics of the final because one of the strongest starters in the field was suddenly gone. That placed even greater attention on Tia Clayton. Clayton had returned from injury and needed a major performance. Her twin sister Tina had already secured her place on the Jamaican team, while Tia was fighting to prove that she also belonged among the world's elite. Facing Alfred in the final was therefore the ultimate test. When the race finally started cleanly, Clayton immediately showed why she was considered dangerous. Her opening acceleration was aggressive. She attacked the first phase rather than waiting for the race to develop, and for a brief moment she appeared capable of putting Alfred under pressure. Jacius Sears also produced a strong start, while Alfred remained composed in the middle of the track. This is where the race became particularly interesting. Alfred did not need to dominate the first few strides. Her greatest advantage appeared after the initial acceleration phase. Around 30 to 40 meters, the field began transitioning from the drive phase into upright sprinting. This is normally where differences in maximum velocity and running efficiency become much more visible. Clayton had created pressure early, but Alfred began gaining momentum without appearing to increase her effort dramatically. Her mechanics remained remarkably controlled. There was no obvious tightening through the shoulders, no excessive movement, and no visible panic when Clayton challenged her. Alfred simply continued moving forward with long, efficient strides while maintaining excellent posture. That ability to stay relaxed at high speed is one of the most important characteristics of elite sprinting. The race was effectively decided between approximately 50 and 80 meters. Clayton was still fighting strongly, but Alfred's speed maintenance was superior. Instead of producing one dramatic acceleration and then slowing down, Alfred continued carrying her velocity through the final third of the race. Her rivals began losing small amounts of ground with every stride. That is why her victory looked so controlled. She crossed the finish line in 10.76 seconds, while Tia Clayton finished second in 10.84 and Dina Asher-Smith took third in 10.94. The margins were not enormous in absolute terms, but visually Alfred had created a clear separation during the decisive part of the race. The performance becomes even more impressive when considering the circumstances surrounding it. Alfred had been dealing with a minor hamstring issue and had not raced for more than a month. Returning directly into a Diamond League final against a high-level field creates obvious questions about sharpness. An athlete coming off a break might lack rhythm, acceleration, or confidence. Alfred showed none of those problems. Instead, she looked prepared. That suggests her training between competitions had maintained the qualities that matter most to her sprinting. Her acceleration was sufficient to stay close to the fastest starters, while her maximum velocity phase was strong enough to separate her from the field. There is also an important tactical lesson in the performance. Alfred did not attempt to beat Clayton at her own game. Clayton's strength is explosive acceleration. Trying to force an even faster opening could have created unnecessary tension and caused Alfred to lose efficiency later. Instead, she allowed the race to develop naturally and trusted her ability to become more effective through the middle section. That patience was decisive. The 100 meters is often described as a race won from the blocks, but elite sprinting is more complicated. A great start provides an advantage, but an athlete must convert that advantage through the acceleration phase, transition efficiently into upright running, reach high maximum velocity, and then maintain it under increasing fatigue. Alfred demonstrated almost the entire sequence at a very high level. Her start was good enough. Her acceleration was controlled. Her transition was smooth. Her maximum velocity was superior. And her speed maintenance separated her from the field. That combination explains why she can defeat athletes who may look faster during the opening 30 meters. There is another reason the result matters. Alfred continues to win while remaining technically dissatisfied. After the race, her focus was not simply on celebrating the Diamond League victory. She emphasized the importance of connecting the different phases of her sprint more effectively, particularly the transition from the drive phase into maximum velocity. That mindset is significant. The Olympic champion is already producing world-class results, yet she continues looking for technical improvements. If she can make those transitions even more efficient, the potential for faster times becomes obvious. Zurich, therefore, should not be viewed simply as another victory. It was another demonstration of competitive maturity. Alfred faced an explosive challenger returning from injury, lost one major contender before the start, dealt with the pressure of a championship final, and still produced a controlled performance. She did not need a spectacular reaction or an overwhelming first 30 meters. She simply executed the part of the race where she is strongest. For Tia Clayton, second place was nevertheless an encouraging result. Returning from injury and immediately running 10.84 against the Olympic champion shows that her speed remains intact. If she can build consistency and regain full confidence, she could become a serious threat at the major championships. Asher Smith's third place further demonstrated the depth of the field. Her 10.94 was enough for the podium after a close battle, confirming that experience and technical consistency remain valuable even against younger explosive sprinters. But the biggest conclusion belongs to Alfred. She is no longer winning because of one exceptional phase of the race. She is winning because there are fewer weaknesses to exploit. If an opponent beats her out of the blocks, Alfred can recover. If an opponent stays close through 50 meters, Alfred can accelerate away. If the race becomes tense in the final stages, she remains composed. That makes her extremely difficult to defeat. Zurich provided another piece of evidence that Julien Alfred has developed into a complete 100-meter sprinter. The Olympic champion combines elite acceleration with outstanding maximum velocity mechanics and exceptional speed maintenance. More importantly, she can reproduce those qualities under championship pressure. And that is what makes her so dangerous heading into the next major global championship. The field may have the speed to challenge her. The question is whether anyone can maintain that speed for all 100 meters. In Zurich, nobody could.